Let me start by saying, love should never cost you your peace or your paycheck. If you've ever ignored a red flag because you were afraid to be alone, you're not alone. But today, I'm going to help you recognize the financial red flags before it's too late. Hey sis, welcome back to Her Money with Reishi. I'm Reishi, your certified financial coach and accountability partner on your journey to financial confidence. If you're new here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Every week, we are having real conversations that are necessary about women, money, and mindset. Because guess what? Because we rise dollar by dollar. Let's be real. Love can make us blind. Love can make us blind. And if you're currently in a situation that's blinding you, you need to stay tuned, girl, so you can listen to this conversation. And for a lot of women, especially women of color, we've been taught to give everything in a relationship, including our money. But here's the truth. Your heart and your wallet deserve protection. If someone's presence in your life is causing you financial stress, sister, that ain't love. It is a liability. We're not doing struggle love in 2025. You deserve partnership, not pressure, support, and not setbacks. Let's talk about some red flags. I'm going to give you 5 financial red flags, and I might throw in some more. Red flags concerning you, your money, your peace. What I'm giving you, you should never ignore it. And in my heart, I want to say to you, if you are here and you're watching this video is for you, and you are here for a purpose. Do not close out this video. You're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. And I am going to share with you at least 5 financial red flags you need to look for when you're dating this guy. So hopefully he's not a scrub, okay? We all know what a scrub is. He don't have a budget and don't care to create one. If someone is always broke and never tries to do better, that's a red flag, not a fixer-upper. They are constantly borrowing money, but you know what? They don't never pay the money back. Would you consider that a partner? That is not a partner. That is a pattern. If you have a guy in your life, number one, I can understand, I can let the budget part go. But if you're trying to get your finances in order, you're trying to get him on board, you're dating him, he don't have no interest on trying to figure out where his money going, that's a red flag. If every time you turn around, he need $10 here, $20 here, that is not a partner. He developing patterns that he don't know how to handle money. Okay? Do you want somebody like that? And when you say something to him, he get defensive. Or if you ask him about his finances, he get defensive. He real vague about them. Transparency is the foundation of trust. If he can't be transparent with you now, do you really want to say I do? Because I'm telling you, just because you get engaged, just because you get married, that don't mean it's going to get better. And don't think you're going to marry somebody thinking that you're going to change them. Sister, it don't work like that. I have been married for 32 years. The only person you can change is you. You can't change him. So don't get married thinking, oh, if he don't budget now, oh, once we get married, I'll get him the budget. And if he broke now and borrowing money from you, he ain't trying to get no job. How you think it's going to be when y'all get married? Especially if you make more money than him. He might end up being a couch potato. Don't let these red flags pass you by. And guess what? He expect you to fund his lifestyle. Sister, you are not a bank. Your money is not their bail out. Red flag. They make big purchases or financial commitments without consulting you. Okay, so this is in the case if you're engaged or you're thinking about getting engaged. If he goes out and get this $35,000 car, you're engaged, he didn't talk to you about it. Is he respecting your voice, or is he thinking because he's the man, he get to make all the decisions? If they don't respect your voice now, if he don't respect it now, he is not going to respect it later. He is not going to magically change. So I'm not here to hurt your feelings. I'm here to be a sister, because you may have someone in your life that care about you and they see all these red flags, but they don't feel comfortable confronting you with them. So like I said earlier, we are building a sisterhood. We need sistership. We need to build each other up. We need to help each other survive and win financially. And one of the things that happen with women, they fall in love and they get involved with these guys or these men that don't care nothing about money. They don't have a vision. They borrow money from you. They always crying broke. I'm just telling you from experience. Marrying someone is not going to change them. And sometimes once you get married and they get comfortable knowing that they already got you, they get a little worse. So the red flags that I'm sharing with you today, please take them serious, because it might be one red flag in here that can change the trajectory of your life for the best, for the better. I am here to help you. I want to help you make sound financial decisions. That's why I'm bringing myself with courage to warn you of the red flags. And again, I want to say to you too, is that when we look at TV shows, they make marriage look like it's a walk in the park. I've been married for 32 years. It is not a walk in the park. It's a partnership. And if you're engaged with someone now, and if y'all can't get on the same page about money, his thoughts about money are different from your thoughts about money, he being real vague about his money, you do not want to marry this man, and then once you marry him and you on the plane to the honeymoon and you figure out he got $25,000 in debt and his credit score is 480. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? So don't ignore these red flags, and don't think that you got here by accident. God has this video before you for a reason. So I advise you and I ask you to sit through it, because it might be something in here that's for you, that can turn you around. So what do you do if you see the signs that we've talked about? If you recognize any of these signs, sister, don't panic, but please don't ignore them either, because 9 times out of 10, if you say I do, you just might regret it. I want you to start with this guy, your fiance, boyfriend, whoever he might be. Start with an honest conversation. Ask him questions. Watch how he responds. And let me tell you, financial compatibility, it matters. When you have children, if you want to purchase a house, if you want to save for an emergency fund, financial compatibility matters. If his thought is completely different from your thought, if your thought is completely different from his thought, I'm telling you now, you are going to have conflict. You will have conflict early in your marriage. And I'm here too to save marriages. It doesn't mean they have to be rich. It means they have to be responsible. Financial compatibility matters. This guy needs to be responsible. And only you know what responsible looks like for you. I can't tell you what responsible is. You have to decide that for yourself. See, for me, responsible is if you're a grown man and you got your own place, you need to have an emergency fund. You need to have a good credit score. You don't need to be living paycheck to paycheck. And you don't need to be trying to live a lifestyle to please the Joneses. Because if you get someone who is gung-ho on looking rich and looking good, but they don't have 2 nickels to rub together, better think twice before you walk down that aisle. And if you're not willing to ask and grow with the person, then you need to ask yourself, is this relationship helping you rise, or is it holding you back? If you start to feel uncomfortable with the way the conversation goes, if you start to feel uncomfortable with how vague he is, take a step back. Because what I've also learned is that sometimes, we go to church, we don't read our Bible, but we go to church. And a lot of times God will present you with a way of escape, but because you don't have a relationship with him, you don't know that it's a way of escape. If you see red flags that make you feel uncomfortable, you need to take a step back and you need to pray and ask the Lord, is this your way of escape? Because marriage does not make things better, okay? Just remember that. Marriage does not make things better. Marriage is a partnership. It's a relationship. And when you see red flags and you ignore them, I assure you, when they come back in this marriage, they're going to be bigger red flags. And this is what my pastor said, and it has stuck with me. You don't really let the animal out the cage until you take him home. And once you marry him, the chase may be off. All the secrets going to come out the bag. And guess what? That animal going to come out of the cage. You need to kind of know that animal before you take him home. You deserve love that lifts you, not love that leaves you broke and broken. If this message spoke to you, drop a comment below and type no more red flags. And I'm asking you also, if you have experienced ignoring a red flag, can you just drop a little blurb in the comment? So if you can save another woman from overlooking the red flags, I'm asking you to drop that in the comments. I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want us to grow together. I want us to save our sisters from things that we've gone through. And I know that there have been plenty of you out there that have seen the red flags, but maybe you wanted to be loved. Maybe you thought once you married him, he was going to be so wonderful. And now you're looking like, why didn't I see this coming? So I'm telling you from the heart, the word of God says that he gives us a way of escape. But you and I have to have a close enough relationship with God to be able to walk away. We have to be able to recognize an open door that he gives us. See, I will have stories for you later to explain to you what I mean. When you don't have a relationship with God, and when He gives you that door to walk through so you can get away from a situation, you're going to walk through that situation and you're going to look back and you're going to say, now I see why I saw this. But a lot of times, if it's a financial decision, it's going to be too late. And if you marry someone because you think you're going to be alone, or if you think that you're not going to be able to find someone else, sister, I'm here to tell you, deserve to be locked down with someone that does not care about his finances. I mean, you don't want to work until you're 75. You don't want to work until you're 85. You don't want to be in debt all of your life. You want to be able to travel. You want to be able to have an emergency fund. So if you have gotten nothing out of this conversation at all, I want you to remember financial compatibility. Financial compatibility. I'm telling you, that is so important. And if you don't believe me, drop it in the comments as to why you don't think financial compatibility is important. If you think financial compatibility is important, then put it in the comments. Sisters, I'm asking you to help me to draw a sisterhood so that we can protect each other from financial ruin. When we retire, I want us to retire with dignity. And I want you to look back and say, Her Money with Reishi, I'm so glad I found that content because it changed my life. So again, if this message spoke to you, drop a comment below and say for yourself, say it out loud and believe it. Because remember, there's life and death in the power of the tongue. Say out loud, no more red flags. Or if you have been hurt because you ignored a red flag, say no more red flags. Now, like this video, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. We are going to rise dollar by dollar. We're not gatekeeping growth. We're rising together. Until next time, remember, your heart matters to me. That's why I'm here. But so does your bank account. I want you to be wealthy. We are no longer going to be below the line. We're no longer going to be statistic. We are going to rise dollar by dollar. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. And again, this is such an important video. Do not ignore the red flag. Until next time, take care. And as always, let's rise dollar by dollar.